On Wednesday, the FBI searched another home linked to Biden, but found no classified documents of any kind. It's not surprising. According to several major newspapers, President Joe Biden wanted the search to happen and helped support it. Now Biden is reporting that there is no classified document there, removing it from the public court. Which is the point of everything? No rumors here. There isn't even a story here. And Biden is doing something to help put it all to bed quickly. Despite Biden's big win on Wednesday, many on our side completely missed the mark. Instead of helping to spread the strong message that Biden is being completely removed, many people have spent the day complaining about how wrong it is for the bureaucrats and seek Biden's assets over Trump's assets. Indeed, this news has made these people righteously indignant. But that did nothing to help Biden. Again, the news coming to Biden is that he wants his property to be investigated quickly, because he has done nothing wrong, and he wants the government to announce the investigation as quickly and cleanly as possible. It has nothing to do with a different kind of situation with Donald Trump. If Trump could get away with just having the feds search his other properties, he would have done it a long time ago. But he can't survive and cooperate, because he's been caught hiding what appears to be a classified nuclear state secret at Mar-a-Lago. He also told the feds that he had no more documents at Mar-a-Lago, only to be caught leaking the documents. Trump has been impeached on many charges, and here is nothing he can do to undermine that. So of course he refused to cooperate with the feds. That's how this thing always works. Let's be real here. The DOJ had no problem sending the FBI a search warrant at Trump's former residence. So the idea that the DOJ is pulling its punches when it comes to Trump's other interests is ludicrous. The truth is, if the feds had reason to believe there were classified documents and other Trump assets, they would have issued a warrant and gone in a long time ago. So that could mean that the federal government has decided that there are no more records on Trump properties anymore, so they see no point in searching those properties, which will give Trump a friendly message that there is nothing. The body. Keep in mind that according to several newspapers and court documents, the DOJ developed sources inside Mar-a-Lago to help determine if there were any classified documents inside and where they were hidden. So it's almost as if the DOJ developed sources within other Trump properties for the same purpose. The DOJ's decision not to actively search these materials is a clear indication of the lack of records. And why would it exist? Since leaving office, Trump has used Mar-a-Lago as his base of operations. All the books he stole must have been taken down and hidden there. The part that everyone seems to be missing is that if Trump stole these classifieds and other nuclear secrets to sell them for money or give them to long-term foreign allies, then these documents not yet received in Mar-a-Lago is in the hands of those who do this evil. Since the feds are investigating Mar-a-Lago, their criminal investigation has focused on finding anyone who received letters from Trump. Clearly, out of necessity, the DOJ will not allow such efforts to make headlines while they are still in progress. This is part of the problem we find ourselves in. The federal government must have spent the last few months leading a secret and complicated international effort to find classified documents that Trump managed to sell or give away before anyone knew he was going to do it. Steal them, and even with this desperate effort behind the scenes, conspiracy theorists on Twitter are going viral, insisting that the whole case will be solved if the DOJ digs in Ivana's coffin in Bedminster. All of this shows that there are two different worlds when it comes to complex crime investigations. There are things that actually happen, in the real world, in terms of how things actually work, and most of them are complicated and subtle and happen behind the scenes. Movie. Then there's a whole make-believe world where internet clowns compete to see who can get the most retweets by throwing out the best insightful idea of how the deal could be. These two worlds, the real and the imaginary, often overlap. So it's no surprise that many of us, who have long been tuned into MSNBC and Twitter's fantasy version of the DOJ's Trump investigation, are so far from how it works that they can't even wrap their heads around it. What happened to the president? Biden scored a big win today by asking the feds for one of his resources. And they don't seem to understand why there's no connection between Biden calling the feds to search his property so that it can be quickly disposed of. The feds must take a different approach to criminal prosecution. Convicted and imprisoned for the rest of his life. Complaining about injustice is never, ever, 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 ever a winning formula in politics. Now, it only paints your side as a bunch of invincible people who don't know how to win, which discourages the voters and convinces them in the middle. Or there is no reason why you should try to reconcile the principle of being innocent and help get rid of the problem, with the contradictory principle of being guilty and trying to avoid it. The easier it is for the feds to lock you up. Those on our side who complain about the injustice of the federal government seeking Biden's assets over Trump's assets are missing the mark in so many ways, it's hard to count them all. It comes as nothing more than another arbitrary excuse to declare victory and complain about it, to make as much impact as possible. The problem with anger addicts is that, whether they know it or not, they want to lose so they can feel even more, and the desire to lose controls their every move. They act on every word they say. Apparently, the winning message on Wednesday was that Biden called the feds to search his property and they found nothing. It's a winning message and it's worth its weight in gold. Biden and his team have used this winning message. But many around us have missed the opportunity to do the same, supporting complaints about injustice to provoke, and making secret thoughts and laughing about coffins to be smart. These are, in fact, the losers we must abandon whenever we decide to try to fight and win any political battle. At some point, we will wonder how these overwhelming angers hang from our ankles like balls and chains.